Hey there, Aries, and welcome to your reading. It's been a while since I've done zodiac specific readings, but I thought with the start of the new astrological year, why not? Right? So, that being said, there is no time frame on this reading. Trust that you're seeing it when you need to see it. All right. Jumping right in, Aries, it looks like we have a big theme here of expressing yourself authentically and not caring what others around you have to say about it. There's a big theme around expressing yourself from your heart center specifically. There's something that really moves you, that really like stirs something within you that I feel like for a time now we haven't been so I was about to say so Leo about it. Maybe you have Leo somewhere else in your chart, but just this fire, that fiery energy. In Aries, the thing about being the very first sign in the zodiac is you tend to be the like the way maker, and not necessarily because you want to be that. It's just because you are so sure of yourself when you are in like a fully realized version of the sign and what it embodies, is that you just go, like, just by being you kind of chart these new courses. You go out and you do things that maybe other people maybe aren't as brave, as you are to do. They maybe aren't as sure in themselves. Aries doesn't really so much consider uh what other people, especially society, has to say about what it is that they want to do. And so people see you, Aries, just doing what it is that you do naturally, and because you're doing it, just because it comes natural to you, other people follow, because what they want to emulate is just that sureness of yourself, that when you again are in a fully embodied, fully expressing yourself kind of space, it just naturally attracts people to you in that way. In the recent past, Aries, I'm seeing that there is something that you're wanting to achieve, and I'm getting this as a type of like material wealth. This could even just be a sense of stability, but I'm really getting more so it's like you have a vision for who you want to be, right? This again fully actualized kind of version of yourself, that could be tied to some type of artistic expression here with this Ace of Wands. But again, it feels like something that you're just really passionate about, something that really like gets you going. And so we've been in this place of kind of planning, of trying to figure out what is the more practical way of doing that. And I do think that in a way the trying to look at the practical way has been impeding you a bit, because in the present moment what I'm seeing is we have some Five of Wands connected to a Five of Swords, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I'm really seeing there's been some difficulty closing out certain cycles that do lend more to the physical senses here, Aries. I'm going to be completely honest. This is talking about, maybe things that I'm hearing quick fixes, but I'm also getting like there are even in conversations, because now we have the throat chakra moving into here, where it's like I'm getting like maybe some smooth talking, or maybe even like if there's when there is conflict, this is like you've been biting your tongue in a way, which isn't so much Aries energy, but I think it has served you well, I will say, recently, just because of the energy moving forward with this astrological year. If you've been paying any attention to the energy of a fire horse year, again, choosing our words wisely is great. And I think you should continue to do that. You should be, you know, you don't want to be abrasive and you don't want to be aggressive, but this is really talking about needing to be more authentic, because I think what it is right now is like either you don't speak your mind at all, or you just will almost in a way camouflage yourself to not have to like explain yourself to people that you're speaking to, if you understand there's some type of difference in ideologies here. And that has been kind of zapping your energy in a way, especially when it comes to your throat chakra and this connection to your heart, because what it is that you need to express and create is coming from your heart. That being said, again, talking about this kind of devil energy, which again is really more so talking to me just about temptations. I'm getting like habits, just things where that like muscle memory at this point. A big emphasis on like food, Here, maybe these are like just comfort foods, or there are things that you want to do. There is a little bit of an emphasis on the physical body. If you're not feeling so confident in your physical self, right? This is about just being honest and aware about where we are kind of um, not showing up as strongly as we want to. And that is coming in again when it comes to like care of the self and doing what you know that you need to do, and also just expression of the self, which it is in its own way caring for yourself. So again, there's a focus on kind of closing out these cycles that are more focused on the kind of physical pleasures, comforts, that kind of thing, finding the balance between um resting and taking the steps forward to achieve this goal that you have, right? In the near future, I'm seeing this is like focusing again less on the physical body and more on the mental realm, more on specifically willpower is what I'm getting. I think there are some things, Aries, that like you want to do, maybe, and I'm getting more like think in the service realm where it's like whatever it is you want to do can be exhausting. It can deplete your energy very quickly. And so this is a need to like just get really, this is like no more bullshit, like strictly just doing what it is that you need to do to accomplish your goal. This is literally talking about like honestly, it's a little boring. Like what, because when you get down to it and you're like, all right, all distractions aside, no more bullshit. Like, what do I need to do? Right. And honestly, there's a bit of repetition here. It's like, I don't think so much, and not to say that you're not skilled or talented in what it is that you're doing, but like now it's just coming down to repetition here. Okay. This is about looking at yourself like squarely in the mirror and being like, what is it that we want to do? Right? What you've been doing for however long, it's known and it's great, and maybe it's even been working for you, right? There's maybe not even, I'm not seeing any external like pressure on you to do anything differently. This is all talking about internal discontent with what you have been expressing and feeling like you have been doing so because of outer expectations that you have just been imposing on yourself. So it's about getting real and honest with yourself and taking the steps forward. I think for some of you, Aries, this will be like disconnecting from friend groups. This will be, I'm not talking to these people anymore. And like maybe you've just, or the way that you connect with these people doesn't serve you anymore. Like if you can only be around people and party with them, or if you can only be around them when you're high or when you're drunk, or like those things have to be involved for you to have a good time. You know what I mean? It's like it's stepping away from all of that, drawing on your inner power and infinite divine willpower to withdraw energetically from these consciousness forms that do not serve you and do not serve your path and where you're going. All right. So truly in the the upcoming energy, and I see right now again, Aries, you could be struggling just with the balance between like the temptations, the things that you don't necessarily want to continue doing because they don't serve you and the plan that you've laid out. The advice that I'm really getting strongly right now is do not beat yourself up for those moments when you kind of give in to the temptation, when you give in to the thing that's comfortable, when you give in to the thing that's known. Just be aware of it. Try to tune in more into what's going on prior to, sorry if you can hear my dogs barking in the background. Um, Prior to like you really wanting to give in, like see what's going on. Are you taking care of yourself still up until that point, or is someone, you know what I mean? Like there's signs kind of that lead up to you eventually like doing the thing that you don't want to do anymore. It's just about becoming more aware of that, and then consciously doing what it is that you need to do to move in another direction so that that habit dissipates. I'm going to pull an oracle for you here, a universe oracle. What do we have here? Number 8, Scorpius. Interesting. It says retribution. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about it. Okay. It says the best revenge is to not be like your enemy. Revenge often ends up as a tragedy for both parties. Focus on your own success. Justice may be your best course. Someone may be jealous of you. Be aware of your values and how these can assist you to discern what is important to you and to build a positive ethical foundation. Nemesis energy is normal. We will always have an opposite or someone who challenges our values. Very interesting. So if this temptation is someone else, we did have the Five of Swords here that was talking about conflicts and obstacles. If you do have people that are talking about you, I feel like it's in the realm of like it's because you're trying to do something different. You know what I mean? You're around people who aren't trying to do anything different. So if there's that kind of like who do they think they are thing, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it not one bit. All right, Aries. That's all I have for you guys today. If you do have your chart and you know your sun, moon, and rising, and you want to check out the other readings for your signs, definitely do that. We'll have 2 signs a day for this week just to get through the whole zodiac, and I hope to see you guys again. You know the deal. I appreciate all the button pushing. Did I already say hope to see you next time? Hope to see you next time. Bye.